There are still places on Earth that feel impossible, not because they are hidden, but because they chose to remain different. Beyond the clouds, beyond the highest mountains, beyond the roads that most journeys never reach, lies a kingdom where nature has always been in charge. There are monasteries perched on cliffs so steep they seem to belong more to the sky than the earth. Ancient fortresses standing proudly where rivers have met for centuries. Mountain passes where thousands of prayer flags carry every hope. Forests so vast, their protection has become a promise. And villages where traditions are not remembered, they are simply lived. But this kingdom is far more than breathtaking landscapes. It is one of the few places left where progress never came at the cost of identity, where nature was never separated from everyday life, and where peace is something you don't just feel, it surrounds you. Welcome to Bhutan. Every country has a story. Some are written in great empires, some in monuments, and some in cities that never stop changing. But Bhutan's story was written by the mountains, hidden deep within the eastern Himalayas. Between India and China lies one of the world's smallest kingdoms, a country where towering peaks, ancient forests, and remote valleys have shaped not only the landscape, but the way people have lived for centuries. Today, more than 70% of Bhutan remains covered in forests, making it the world's only carbon-negative country, a place where nature gives more to the world than it takes away. For generations, these mountains protected Bhutan from the outside world, allowing its traditions, its culture, and its identity to grow in their own unique way. Perhaps that's why Bhutan cannot be understood by visiting just one monastery or one valley. Like climbing a mountain, you never see the summit from the very first step. Every turn reveals another view, another story, another reason to keep going. So to truly understand this remarkable kingdom, we've divided this journey into 6 chapters, each uncovering a different side of this remarkable kingdom. And if you stay with us until the very end, you'll discover why Bhutan is far more than one of the world's most beautiful destinations. That made Bhutan unlike anywhere else on Earth. Let's begin our journey. Chapter 1. The Kingdom Above the Clouds. Every unforgettable journey needs a breathtaking beginning. For Bhutan, it begins in the Himalayas. Our journey begins in Paro Valley, the breathtaking gateway to Bhutan. Surrounded by towering Himalayan peaks, it's a place that feels less like an arrival and more like stepping into another world. High above the valley, clinging to a sheer cliff nearly 900 meters above the ground, stands Paro Taktsang, better known as Tiger's Nest Monastery. According to Buddhist tradition, this sacred cave is where Guru Padmasambhava meditated after arriving on the back of a flying tigress, making it one of the holiest places in the Himalayas. Leaving Paro behind, the road climbs through dense pine forests towards Dochila Pass. Here, 108 white chortens rise from the mountain mist, built in honor of Bhutanese soldiers, they have become one of the kingdom's most iconic symbols of peace and remembrance. On clear mornings, the snow-covered Himalayas stretch endlessly beyond them. The journey continues into Thimphu, one of the world's most unusual capital cities, where tradition still defines the skyline. And even modern buildings proudly reflect centuries of Bhutanese architecture. Further south, the mountains open into the lush valley of Punakha, where the crystal-clear Phochu and Mochu rivers meet beneath the magnificent Punakha Dzong, a fortress that has served as the spiritual and administrative heart of Bhutan for centuries, often regarded as the most beautiful dzong in the country. But Bhutan's greatest treasures often lie beyond the places most travelers know. Hidden behind high mountain passes lies He Valley, one of Bhutan's least visited regions, where silence still outnumbers visitors. And finally, our journey reaches Bumthang, often called the spiritual heart of Bhutan, a valley filled with some of the kingdom's oldest temples, ancient monasteries, and sacred legends, where Bhutan's story has been preserved for more than 1,000 years. Perhaps that's the beauty of traveling through Bhutan. Every mountain, every valley, and every monastery has a story waiting to be discovered. And this is only the beginning of our journey. Chapter 2: The Last Buddhist Kingdom. Bhutan's true beauty isn't only found in its mountains, it's found in the beliefs that have quietly guided this kingdom for more than 1,000 years. Long before the world discovered Bhutan, Buddhism had already become the heart of everyday life. Across the kingdom, colourful prayer flags stretch across mountain passes, bridges, and hilltops. Each colour represents one of the 5 elements of nature, and with every breeze, it is believed that blessings travel far beyond the mountains. In homes, temples, and monasteries, prayer wheels turn endlessly. As the morning sun rises, the scent of burning juniper incense fills the air. Butter lamps begin to glow. Monks gather for their morning prayers. Their chants echo through ancient monastery walls, just as they have for centuries. For many Bhutanese families, choosing a monastic life is not a sacrifice, it is an honor, a path dedicated to wisdom, discipline, and serving others. Throughout the year, the kingdom comes alive during Chechu festivals. Masked dancers, dressed as ancient deities and protectors, perform sacred dances, passed down through generations. These are more than celebrations. They are living stories, where history, faith, and culture become one. Ancient Mani walls, carved with sacred Buddhist mantras, line roads and villages across the kingdom. Travelers gently pass them from the left, following a tradition observed for centuries. Perhaps that's what makes Bhutan so different. Spirituality isn't something people visit, it's something they live, and it is this deep respect for life, for people, and for nature that has shaped Bhutan into the country it is today. Our next chapter explores how these beliefs helped create one of the world's greatest guardians of nature. Chapter 3: Nature's Greatest Guardian. It is this deep respect for life that has shaped Bhutan into the country it is today. Nowhere is that more evident than in its relationship with nature. While much of the world struggles to reduce its carbon emissions, Bhutan quietly does something extraordinary. It absorbs more carbon than it produces, making it the world's only carbon-negative country. More than 70% of the country remains covered in forest, protected not only by its people, but by its constitution. Ancient forests blanket the mountains, stretching across valleys and protecting one of the richest ecosystems in the Himalayas. Hidden within these forests lives Bhutan's national animal, the extraordinary takin, a creature so unusual it almost seems mythical. High in the eastern Himalayas, the elusive red panda quietly moves through bamboo forests, and among the highest peaks, the legendary snow leopard still roams, almost never seen, but never forgotten. Every winter, the rare black-necked cranes return to Bhutan, traveling thousands of kilometers to the peaceful valley of Phobjika. For the people here, their arrival is celebrated as a blessing from nature. In Bhutan, nature isn't protected because of laws alone. It is protected because people believe they are only its caretakers. Perhaps that's why this small Himalayan kingdom has become one of Earth's greatest conservation stories. But Bhutan didn't just protect its forest. It also protected something just as precious, its culture. Chapter 4. A culture that refused to disappear. Bhutan didn't preserve its culture by locking it away in museums. It protected it by continuing to live it every day. Across Bhutan, the traditional Go and Kira remain part of everyday life, not only during celebrations, but in schools, government offices, and daily routines. Here, traditional clothing isn't a costume, it's a living identity. Modern buildings may rise, but they must still honor Bhutan's architectural heritage, from hand-painted windows to intricate wooden carvings. The past continues to shape the present. While much of the world watches football, Bhutan celebrates archery, the country's national sport, where competition is matched with singing, dancing, and laughter. Across the kingdom, master craftsmen continue to weave, carve, paint, and build, using techniques passed down for generations. Even Bhutanese cuisine reflects its character. Simple, bold, and unforgettable, where fiery chilies aren't just an ingredient, they're often the main course. Perhaps that's Bhutan's greatest achievement. It never asked how to preserve its culture. It simply never stopped living it. And from that way of life came an idea that would capture the world's attention. Chapter 5. Happiness is measured differently. Bhutan protected its mountains. It protected its forests. It protected its traditions. But perhaps its most remarkable decision was choosing to measure success differently. While much of the world chased faster growth, Bhutan asked a simple question. What if a nation's true wealth wasn't measured by money alone? In 1972, the fourth king of Bhutan introduced an idea that would one day inspire the world. Gross national happiness, a belief that real progress should improve people's lives without sacrificing nature, culture, or community. Here, development isn't only about building roads. It's about protecting the forests beside them. It's not only about growing the economy. It's about ensuring that traditions continue to thrive. And it's not only about preparing for tomorrow. It's about preserving what matters today. Even tourism follows the same philosophy. Rather than welcoming millions of visitors every year, Bhutan chose a different path. High value, low volume, encouraging travelers to experience the country responsibly while helping preserve its unique identity for generations to come. Of course, Bhutan faces challenges, just like every nation. Balancing tradition with a rapidly changing world is never easy. But perhaps the greatest lesson Bhutan offers is not that it has all the answers, it's that it had the courage to ask a different question. Our final chapter explores how Bhutan is carrying these values into the future. Chapter 6. The Future, Bhutan's Way. Every nation faces the same question. How do you embrace the future without losing the past? For Bhutan, the answer has never been about choosing one over the other. It's about finding a balance. Today, modern roads connect once remote valleys. Education continues to open new opportunities. Technology is becoming part of everyday life. And a new generation is helping shape Bhutan's future. Yet, even as the country moves forward, its identity remains at the heart of every decision. In Thimphu, the world's only capital city without traffic lights, ancient traditions stand comfortably beside modern life. Looking over the valley stands the magnificent Buddha Dordanma, one of the tallest seated Buddha statues in the world. A quiet reminder that progress doesn't have to leave wisdom behind. Bhutan's approach to tourism reflects the same philosophy. Rather than becoming another crowded destination, the kingdom continues to welcome travelers with care, protecting its landscapes, its culture, and the experiences that make this place so extraordinary. Perhaps that's Bhutan's greatest achievement. It never tried to stop time. It simply chose what was worth carrying into the future. Bhutan is more than a destination. It is a reminder that not every nation follows the same path. Here, the mountains still shape everyday life. Ancient wisdom continues to guide the present. Forests are protected, not simply because they are beautiful, but because they are considered part of life's greatest treasures. Traditions are not performed for visitors. They are lived every single day. If there's a place in Bhutan that has inspired you the most, or a story we couldn't include in this journey, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for traveling with us. Until the next journey, keep exploring, keep wondering, and never stop seeing the world through new eyes. This is Worldscapes.